Gobble gobble, y'all. It's Thanksgiving. I'm Shawn, editor at screwymonkey.com, and as joyous as this holiday is, it packs quite a darker side. Today, we're going to explore the 9 shocking secrets of Thanksgiving. Our first shocking secret of Thanksgiving: it can be deadly. We spoke to some emergency room doctors, and they tell us that Thanksgiving Day itself is actually a pretty chill day in the ER. Other than some accidents and things like that, there's not a lot coming in. But it turns out the days following Thanksgiving, the ER is just packed with foodborne illness, which sometimes can be deadly, and also, surprisingly or not surprisingly, tons and tons of heart attacks caused by people either overindulging in their super rich food or not being able to deal with holiday stress. If you don't want to take our word for it, or you don't trust the emergency room docs, how about the Centers for Disease Control? The CDC reports that tens of thousands of cases of foodborne illness may be caused every single year just as a result of Thanksgiving. It seems that a lot of people have some very bad practices in the kitchen, such as not completely mopping up all that nasty juice from the turkey, or leaving their food out just way too long when they're serving it, and all those things potentially could cause foodborne illness. Just remember, follow basic food safety guidelines to avoid the potential death trap that is Thanksgiving. The second shocking secret of Thanksgiving is that nobody knows when the first one took place or exactly where it was that it took place. It seems there's a huge mystery and a bunch of disagreement over where it was the first Thanksgiving happened. No less than Texas, Florida, Maine, and Virginia all claim to have hosted the first Thanksgiving. Adding to the confusion of this holiday, Spanish explorers and some Native American tribes claim to have had holiday celebrations of thanks around the fall season way before the first official Thanksgiving. So it seems nobody even really knows when people started gathering the fall to give thanks. It turns out that many of these celebrations, though, were not necessarily remembered or even recorded in history until many, many years later. Despite all of the disagreements, though, over the origination of this holiday, James W. Baker, who is considered the authority and expert on the origination of Thanksgiving, has said that officially the 3-day-long celebration in Plymouth, Massachusetts in 1621 is definitively the birthplace of Thanksgiving. Our third shocking secret of Thanksgiving is that the first Thanksgiving was rather foul. I know, it's a stupid bird joke. There is evidence that turkey was definitely served at the first Thanksgiving meal, but there's also ample evidence that they probably also served swans, geese, and ducks. These were all completely prevalent in the area that the first Thanksgiving took place in. In addition to that, there was also some evidence that venison was served, and mussels. So you had a whole bunch of birds, you had some deer, and you had seafood. Sounds yummy. Our fourth shocking secret of Thanksgiving: you too can talk turkey. Butterball, who is a premier producer of turkey and turkey products here in the United States, operates what they call the Turkey Talk Line. This telephone hotline exists during Thanksgiving for the sole purpose of helping wayward home chefs in turkey crisis produce a perfect turkey. The necessity of this hotline is apparently great because some of the questions they report having been asked include: do I have to remove my turkey from the plastic before I put it in the oven? And can I thaw out my turkey using a hairdryer? The answer to those questions is yes and no, by the way. The Turkey Talk Line reports that they help about 100,000 people a year out of turkey crisis, avoiding turkey disasters all across the land. Our fifth shocking secret of Thanksgiving is that it's much more of a turkey massacre than you could ever imagine. Every year, about 280 million turkeys are killed for Thanksgiving. That equals about 1 turkey for every single person in the United States if you don't include infants. That is a hell of a lot of turkey. It's estimated that 91% of America will eat turkey on Thanksgiving. Given the fact that one turkey is killed for every single American during Thanksgiving, and last time I checked, nobody was eating an entire turkey on that day, it begs the question, why so many turkeys killed? Well, it seems that they get dirt cheap during this time, so people just love to stockpile turkeys during November. That leads to a massive slaughter of turkeys every year in September and October, right before Thanksgiving, making it a truly sad time to be a turkey. I can only imagine somewhere in the middle of America in September, there's like a huge death watch for entire pens of turkeys. Our sixth shocking secret of Thanksgiving is that there's virtually no way that you will not gain weight eating a traditional Thanksgiving meal. The average person during Thanksgiving eats enough extra calories to put on an extra 1.3 pounds. If you do the math, that works out to about 4,550 extra calories on that one day alone. To put that in perspective, if you're an average person weighing 150 pounds, it will take you 16 hours of walking on a treadmill to burn off those calories. If you eat Thanksgiving leftovers a few days after that, you can pretty much count on packing on about 4 to 5 extra pounds from Thanksgiving. Our seventh shocking secret of Thanksgiving: Thanksgiving created TV dinners. Turns out in 1953, Swanson was selling turkeys. They overestimated the amount of turkeys they would sell that year by something like 26 tons of turkeys. Left with all these turkeys, they had no idea what to do with them, so they decided to take them back to the factory, slice them up and cook them, and then pre-package them as convenience food, thereby giving birth to the modern TV dinner. The next time you sit down to some lackluster food in a tray, you have Thanksgiving and bad accounting to thank for it. Our eighth shocking secret of Thanksgiving: plumbers love Black Friday. All of our overconsumption and overindulgence on Thanksgiving apparently clogs up a lot of sewer systems. It also clogs a lot of toilets. According to Roto-Rooter, one of America's largest plumbing contractors, Black Friday is absolutely their biggest day of the year. They get called to more residences on that day to unclog toilets and drains than any other. Keep that in mind next time you invite a large group of people over for Thanksgiving. You want to get them out of your house before they overwhelm your plumbing. Our ninth shocking secret of Thanksgiving: Pilgrim Fashion was a downright lie. Pilgrims, that vision we all have in our head of them wearing white and black and buckled hats, complete and total fantasy. In fact, buckles didn't even come into fashion until like the 17th century, way past the time of the Pilgrims, and historians have said Pilgrims only wore black and white on Sundays for religious services. Historical evidence exists to prove that everything that we know about Pilgrim Fashion was a complete and total lie. In fact, when a person died during those times, every single thing that they owned was cataloged for probate reasons. And listen to this. This is an actual list of the items of clothing left behind by one such pilgrim. Her name was Mary Rigg, by the way. When Mary Rigg passed away in 1633 in Plymouth, her estate included a mingled color waistcoat, 2 violet waistcoats, 3 blue aprons, a red petticoat, a violet petticoat, blue stockings, and white stockings. Definitive proof that everything we knew about fashion from the Pilgrims, completely and totally wrong. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the 9 shocking secrets of Thanksgiving. I'm Shawn, editor at ScrewyMonkey.com. I want to thank you so much for joining us as we celebrate human culture one screwy monkey at a time. I hope you and your family have the best Thanksgiving ever. I am truly and honestly grateful for each and every one of you. I hope that your family has the best Thanksgiving ever. If you would like to give me the best Thanksgiving ever, click the subscribe button below, because if it's red, you haven't clicked it yet, and that means you're going to miss our future videos. Thank you. See you soon.